part of the morning session, which is focused quite a lot on cardiac resynchronization therapy. Dr. Volman and Dr. Aliyev are with me, and we are very happy that also Dr. Brückner is sharing with us this session. We will have a look. When we have some news from the National Research Institute about the implantation procedure, we will probably step into our program. But in the meantime, I think we can start with the presentation which will be given by Dr. Evgeny Mikhailov. He's supposed to talk about neuromodulation in the treatment of heart failure. Dr. Mikhailov comes from the Federal Research Center in St. Petersburg.
Dear Chairman, dear colleagues, first I would like to say that I will present my talk in Russian because I was asked by the organizing committee to deliver my presentation in Russian language. So please forgive me, but I suppose that this will be better for the audience. Прежде всего я хотел бы поблагодарить Организационный комитет и лично Аяна Сулейменовича за приглашение вновь побывать в Астане, в этом прекрасном городе, и представить доклад на тему нейромодуляции в лечении хронической сердечной недостаточности. После предыдущей сессии я призову аудиторию к тому, чтобы окунуться в область малоизученного, очень интересного направления, в котором, к сожалению, мы встретились с большим количеством разочарований. Но, тем не менее, научный поиск в этом направлении продолжается, и, как мы с вами увидим в конце моей презентации, здесь еще много что должно быть открыто и изучено. Патофизиология сердечной недостаточности включает в себя довольно много звеньев, цепей. Чаще всего здесь речь идет о нейрогормональной активации, которая приводит к порочному кругу декомпенсации сердечной деятельности и приводит к терминальной сердечной недостаточности. На часть из этих звеньев на сегодняшний день уже есть методы воздействия, и, конечно, они в первую очередь связаны с фармакотерапией. Это ингибиторы АПФ или блокаторы ангиотензинового рецептора. Безусловно, это статины, это бета-блокаторы, диуретики, альдостерон. Но что делать с цепью, с тем звеном, которое ассоциировано с повышенной симпатической нервной активностью? И в ряде случаев она имеет очень немаловажное значение в декомпенсации сердечной недостаточности. И на чаше таких весов можно себе представить, что есть симпатическое и парасимпатическое нервные звенья. Если симпатическое перевешивает, то декомпенсация наступает в какой-то момент более быстро. Хотя в начале развития событий это компенсаторный механизм для компенсации нарушенной сердечной деятельности. В плане нейромодуляции выделяют основные компоненты, на которые можно воздействовать для того, чтобы либо снизить симпатическую нервную активность, либо увеличить парасимпатическую нервную активность. И здесь мы должны обратить внимание на такое центральное звено, как продолговатый мозг, где собраны все центры, интегрирующие в себе информацию афферентную и дающие эфферентную иннервацию ко всем внутренним органам. Это блуждающий нерв. А его функцию, естественно, мы все знаем, он снабжает практически все органы внутренние. Это билатеральный нерв. Это парасимпатические, паравертебральные симпатические звенья. Это барорецептор каротидного синуса, это барорецептор дуги аорты. Это симпатические нервные волокна почечных артерий. Это основные звенья, и мы с вами будем говорить о следующих методах нейромодуляции, которые были разработаны и предложены для лечения пациентов с сердечной недостаточностью. И в первую очередь, в том числе исторически, имеет смысл осветить область стимуляции спинного мозга для лечения данного контингента пациентов. Как мы с вами знаем, этот метод был в течение 30 последних лет применяем для лечения рефрактерной стенокардии у пациентов с ишемической болезнью сердца. Этот метод лечения прописан в международных рекомендациях, но в эксперименте известно, из экспериментальных исследований, что стимуляция спинного мозга может иметь положительное влияние, положительный эффект не только на течение ишемической болезни сердца, но и на сердечную недостаточность, на нарушение ритма. И первые обсервационные исследования сразу после положительных экспериментальных результатов показали, что пациенты с сердечной недостаточностью, если им проводится стимуляция спинного мозга, после имплантации электродов в эпидуральное пространство на довольно высоком уровне, уровень С7, TH1, TH2, такая стимуляция приводит к улучшению функционального резерва этих пациентов и в ряде случаев даже увеличивает фракцию выброса левого желудочка. Здесь вы видите типичную картину пациента с сердечной недостаточностью, довольно большое сердце. У него имплантирован трехкамерный кардиовертер-дефибриллятор. Это пациент с низкой фракцией левого желудочка, постинфарктный. Изображение несколько перевернуто, просто потому что пациент лежит на животе. И электрод в эпидуральном пространстве. Этап имплантации для проведения стимуляции спинного мозга. Мы начали исследование в нашей клинике по стимуляции спинного мозга для лечения сердечной недостаточности в 2014 году и прекратили это исследование в конце 2015. Сейчас я расскажу почему. Первая клиническая работа, в которую было включено 17 пациентов, вышла в печать в 2015 году. Результаты были, не то чтобы ошеломляющие, но очень перспективные. Здесь вы видите два электрода в эпидуральном пространстве, билатеральная стимуляция задних рогов спинного мозга. Пациентов наблюдали в течение нескольких месяцев, и столбики, окрашенные в белый цвет, это улучшение следующих параметров: функционального класса сердечной недостаточности, качество жизни по Миннесотскому опроснику, потребление кислорода пиковое при кардиореспираторном тесте, снижение уровня натриуретического пептида, улучшение фракции выброса левого желудочка в группе пациентов стимуляции и улучшение параметров размеров левого желудочка. Однако первое же исследование и, по сути дела, единственное, рандомизированное по сравнению течения пациентов со стимуляцией спинного мозга против оптимальной медикаментозной терапии. В исследование было включено 66 пациентов, и при наблюдении 6 и 12 месяцев в конечной точке, а именно это была преспецифизация.
The procedure in the cath lab already started, so they implant the leads by now. So
make a break.
Maybe we should take a break.
And we would continue just hello, Laszlo. Can you hear me? Can you hear me in the institute, in the operating theater?
Если они готовы.
Excuse me, can you start the audio transmission?
They're on the. They see us and. Yeah. You can comment.
So if do they hear us as well?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you now, Laszlo. We didn't hear anything before,
Okay.
but we can hear you now. So you can make your comments, please.
So is it everything okay? You can comment. So, dear colleagues, it's our pleasure to have this live case from here where we try to demonstrate the importance and actually know how to implant the CRT-D device. We implant a biotronic device with biotronic leads. And well, you might not know, the patient is a lady. She's 56 years old. And I don't know whether you see the ECG or not, but she has a very wide QRS. This means that this is 190 roughly. And as we know from the guideline, the potential benefit of this patient group, I mean, low ejection, and the ejection fraction, sorry, is 32. Low ejection fraction, female gender, and very wide QRS is probably very high. So actually, she is a very good candidate for CRT implantation. You might not see again, but we inserted all the 3 leads. One was inserted through the Catholic vein, and 2 via direct puncture of the subclavian vein. And now we are about to positioning the right ventricular lead. That might be an issue, you know, which strategy do you follow? I mean, do you implant first the right ventricular and after it the other leads, or in another way? I mean, do you implant the CRT lead first? And okay, as you can see, I try to find a not apical, but I would say a mid septal or something position. Mosquito, please. Mosquito, sorry, mosquito. And now we are about to screw it in. First, the reason why I choose this strategy. Okay, the reason why I choose this strategy is should the patient have any AV block during the procedure, then actually we have the possibility to pace immediately. So there is no, delay in this. I think that this looks not bad. I mean, this position looks not bad for the right ventricular lead. Yeah, okay, it's okay. Very good. Okay, it can split. Very good. So now we remove the sheet, and now I position the atrial lead as well. And first, we make a better. So I cannot. Super. Okay, I need now this special curve for the atrial lead. You know this. Super. Отличный. And this is when we insert the other lead. Okay, this seems to be a good position. So again, the mosquito, please. Yeah, no, I prefer this one. This is like, I can do it like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, around 20. It's very good. So now we position both, both leads, the ventricular and the atrial, and now the next step is to position and to find the CS ostium. So now I need the sheet, please, sorry? Yeah, okay, let's do a testing. Yes, that's a good idea. Let's do the testing first, but just please, would you? Let's test the ventricular lead, whether are we able to pace. Okay, you can do it. So it's effective, as you can see.
Please say,
please
Dr. Keller, we would like to know,
threshold.
or maybe he can show us in an LAO projection where the right ventricular lead is.
We can see a very wide QRS, so it's really really surprising.
780
Yes.
impedance.
It's okay. And the threshold is?
Один есть, меньше делай.
It's,
0.8.
I think
okay,
they
so
cannot
it's below 1,
hear
that's
us.
perfect.
They cannot hear us. That's why we have to ask question to
And
that.
above my nose.
But we can discuss.
Here.
What do you think about the right ventricular electrode?
0.5.
0.5, come on, this is excellent. So we have excellent threshold. Okay. Introducer or
It's definitely not the right
Dilator,
ventricular
yes, yes,
apex.
yes.
So
Yeah, no. What I mean, what do you think about? Would you
Give it
place
French, give
place
it
it to
French,
that position? In your opinion, let's discuss as here because
you have to check for the
Atrial
position with LAO, because you don't know if you are in the septum or in the free wall. So
and not but it's I think it's placed a little bit higher than normal. So the rate of dislodgement also should be considered, and it's not an ideal place for CRT right ventricular electrode because this part of the ventricle is not the late activated part of the ventricle, not latest activated part.
and what is the signal amplitude?
I know, but we have to.
It's effective,
I know.
good.
But as there
you
is
can
some
see
studies
there is a
showing that
very,
as
very low,
base, as it's a
Vancouver
basely,
point. I mean, even with this 100, or I don't know what is the rate, but
yes.
the Vancouver point, so the patient might have a. It's okay, but it's no problem. Later it will be okay. Let's do the implantation and then we will see. Okay. Super. Okay, you can move that. Very good.
Налево пусть покажет.
Okay, now I need, yes, that's it. И тоже амплац. Okay, амплац.
Вау, зачем сейчас? Мы же левую желудочку не поставили. Сейчас поставим. Потом покажем. Сейчас не будем.
Okay.
LAO.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
But first, let,
Все, делается. LAO.
so as you can see, the distal part of the lead shows towards the posterior. So actually, it means that this is a septal position. I would say it's a middle septal position, but septal. Now, okay. Now I need. Let's put it together. Okay. Oh, from there, huh? Super. Okay. And can we put on a or this stopcock, this three-way stopcock.
I would like to comment the implant side of the right ventricular lead. You are right, there's no
I want to show you that this is an
evidence
Amplatz 2
that
catheter,
septal
and I
lead
put an
position
Amplatz
of the
2
RD
catheter
lead
okay, I know.
has advantages with
into
CRT.
the biotronic sheet.
Makes no difference if the lead is in the
super.
septum
And
or the
now
right
then
ventricular apex.
it's perfect. And very good. And now we remove the.
Yeah, but there is some evidence that as you
no
as
bleeding.
it basely placed, base in the base part, the effect during CRT is worse. When the right ventricular lead placed not apically but at the base of the right ventricle, it's the effect on CRT is not so good.
Okay, everything is super. And now we go ahead.
I always try to put
Excellent.
it as
So now,
apically
as
as
you can
possible,
see,
but
with the
looking at the
sheet,
septal.
we are in the
Yeah, but apically.
very good position. Okay, you can remove
my
the wire. Please pull out the wire.
preference.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
But it's not always possible because it may be a true apex because this is a
Okay.
woman and this
Now the next step is,
idiopathic dilated
see,
cardiomyopathy patient may have a small right ventricle and this that's why this may be the true apex also.
This is gonna. Hopefully, yes. Now we are in. Okay, so this is the coronary sinus. Let's try to. There are two ways to. Okay, I want to. Please give me some contrast. And actually, we are in a side branch, which is very good. Let me see this. So we are in a side branch, and we should see where does it go, because it might be a good target vein. I don't know now. If it goes down and if it goes up, then it would be a great target vein. So my idea is to please give this back to me. So we try to wire it, and we try where does it go. Okay? We go ahead. Okay, and let's see the
Покажи
entire
верхушку.
anatomy.
Верхушку покажи. Куда проводник идет.
The проводник идет, this is a very good. Okay, super. So we are very good. Now this is a special technique. You know, as you can see, we are very deep in the vein with the sheet. But this is just because of we would like to make it easier, much easier to get there with the lead. So actually, now let's see. Now we can remove this. Excuse me. And okay, please pull it out. And let's see now the contrast. Okay. In this case, I think we don't need balloon inflation. If we can provide a nice. So we are in a very good vein. Do you see that? Yes. Okay. So my opinion is that this can be a target vein, because if you see, the upper one has a huge tortuosity, so it is not applicable to use for the implantation. That can be another issue, whether if we implant the lead into this vein, then it would be desirable to go out to one of the upper side branches just a little bit, okay? So this will be our strategy if all of us agreeing that we do it accordingly. So now we remove this sheet, this super. Okay, and we need the lead.
Левая желудочка.
I think at that point it's better to visualize all the coronary sinus first before to decide to implant directly to that vein.
To explain and to show and demonstrate in my
There
presentation
was
that
because yes, upper vein going directly to lateral wall.
I mean, you know, this first of all, this is very cheap, much cheaper than a 10. I mean,
Probably they may have phrenic stimulation at that point.
It is really very easy to find. Just counterclockwise torque, and it is in. And you could see it was 10 seconds. Come on.
Yes, absolutely. They don't hear us.
Ask us show in the other project.
Absolutely, of course. Let's.
Maybe contrast.
Yo, very good. Of course. Oh, super. Let me show us from. Please give me some more contrast. Super, absolutely. I totally agree with that. Okay. Let me open this. Let's go in LAO. LAO. Very good. So, I think that's the most informative projection. So actually, if we see clearly from this that there are no other real and we can clearly see that state that this is the so-called that part which is recommended according to the presently available, experiences and informations. Now it's much more clear from this projection that the other side branch, a little bit superior from this, is much more. Tortuosity is a significant obstacle if we would like to do, you know, this implantation. So this is the desired vein, and if we can, this is super. If we can go up to one of the sides, then it's okay. We can go to AP. Rao is not. We can go to Rao, but Rao is not. Go Rao. Rao is not so informative, I think, in this patient because now you will see, you can see only this. Super. Okay, let's go back to AP. What might be important, there are some big branches going up from here. Do you see there? That might be a good target at the end. Okay. Now I think we are, if you agree, if they agree, then we are ready for the implantation of this lead. I push this stuff a little bit ahead. Make it. And in this case, let's try to. Okay, can I have back the previous recording? I mean, the last AP recording. Can,
Минус нажмите, плюс. Нет, плюс нажмите просто.
yes, plus, еще plus. Еще plus, super, еще plus.
Еще.
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 Еще. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so it means that our target would be the one which goes up at the end. Okay, okay. Now I need another wire.
Intracoronary wire?
Yeah, intracoronary wire. BMW or something. Whisper is perfect. MS, whisper MS. Na, kezdődik a... No, I'm gonna do it. Just have to see better. Yes, it's okay.
Комментарий. They ask commentary. They would like a commentary.
So actually now we are about introducing the wire into one of those small side branches which go cranial from this region where we are now. I need some more water. No, just saline. Saline. Okay. Why doesn't it go so easy? Sometimes the wire doesn't go as easy as... Now it's better, I think. A little bit more, yeah. Yes. So now we are about to advance the wire. Yes, now it goes a little bit more saline, please. Saline? Saline? This is a Whisper MS wire, and I don't know why is it so difficult to advance the wire in the they cannot remove as well, so this is just no, just now it's gonna be better. Okay, then please give me another one because this is not.
Yeah.
I was almost not able to remove it from the catheter, so might goes better with another wire. See it? Very good. Aha. I might not need it. Okay. Okay, guys. I think watch this position. And please now I need LAO and RAO. This was my aim, to put it into this side branch. Watch this in the LAO. So this, we can say, this is an absolutely optimal position. Absolutely optimal. This is very far on the other part of the heart, so totally on the opposite part of the heart. This is the best we can have. I don't think that RAO would be needed. Let's go back to AP, and let's do the measurements, okay? So I think basically if we have a result like this, when we can see that both distal, poles go up and hopefully ensuring us a good pacing, yes, let's make the test with the distal. Then I think basically this result is absolutely satisfactory and this is absolutely acceptable. So depending on the pacing results, now when we do the testing, first of all now it's effective as I see. We have to check with putting here our hands the phrenic nerve response. Please go with higher energy.
Yes, there was a problem.
Now we have. What is the energy now?
But can you ask them, can we see the local activation time in relationship to the surface QRS?
2 minutes, 3.
Because this patient has a right bundle bench plonk, I think it's better to see the local activation time in relation to QRS.
Now there is no more. So what was the threshold? 1.5?
About 2.
About 2. Okay, so here it was 2. Very good. Let's check something. Let's check it. Now, you have to know that's a very important other comment that with this using this lead, we have opportunity for having many pacing vectors. It means that even if there is higher threshold with one configuration. Okay, stop here. What is it? 2. 2 is good. 2 is very good. Could you? Okay, let's check another pacing configuration. Let's check a unipolar distal. Yes, a unipolar distal. Super. Okay, please do the pacing now, and let's see. Okay, now we have phrenic nerve stimulation at this point, as you can see. Please decrease the amplitude. Go down. More, but it's effective. What is the threshold now? What is the energy now? 1. So it's below 1. No more phrenic nerve stimulation. However, 0.6, okay, and go down. 0.4. Okay, so the threshold is 0.4, which is excellent. But let's see now the next one, unipolar to this. Do the pacing again, please, with higher energy. Higher. Okay. There is no phrenic nerve stimulation. Now what is patch? 5. Okay, please decrease it.
2.
Decrease, go down.
2.
Okay.
1.6.
Okay, guys. So when we do a unipolar pacing from the second pole, not from the distal, but from one below, or one more proximal, then there is no phrenic nerve stimulation even at 5 volts, and the threshold is below 2. So I think finally, of course, we have to adjust the final configuration after a detailed testing, but for the implantation, for the positioning of the lead, I think this lead position is absolutely satisfactory, absolutely optimal. So we accept this position, if you agree with that, okay? So now we are going to do the final I mean, sheets removal and so on and so on. So now this is that you can, okay, I think this is okay. Now I need the stylet to this volume. The stylet. The long one, yes, super. We use the stylet always for the removal. Very good. Okay, now I don't push the lead. I mean, I don't push the stylet until the end because you just have to keep it in position in the coronary sinus proximal part. Okay, now we remove this first. I need a suture stitch. I need one stitch around. Yeah, super. First, I put in a stitch here because when I finish the positioning and everything, then I want just to pull it. Okay, super. Very good. Mosquito. And I need the cutting stuff. This one, sorry. Okay, super. So now this is the special tool. We put it into this. Okay. Now we pray a little bit. And then pack. Finished. And now we check what we did. As you can see, the lead is absolutely in position, so there is no change in the lead position. And then I advance this small sleeve, and after that I remove the wire, the stylet, and then we check. Okay, now let's check the entire position. So let's make a little bit.
Yes. Now, what do you think about the position of the leads in this patient?
Oh, very good. Okay, very good. Because I need a little bit bigger curve. I might need a little bit bigger curve. Just for like this. Okay. Please take a big breath. Adihайте.
Дышите глубоко. Дышите глубоко.
Would you like to comment about the position of the
Okay,
lead?
so we have enough space. Actually, that's an optimal position. So I think we are satisfied with this result. And now we're gonna fix the lead here. Very good. And now, just 1 second, because I put on another. I always use the sleeves because these are very thin leads and I don't want super. Okay, excellent. Very good. Okay, so we were satisfied with the position of the right ventricular and right atrial leads as well. So we do the fixation as well. Yes. Okay, and I need again a suture and a stitch.
Аппарат нет, сначала интерагируется скотч, когда интерагируете, потом машина.
Okay, and if they hear us now. If you hear us now, then I think after putting on some stitches, then we just make a pocket and then we implant the device, and that's all. So Okay. Now let's put it aside like this, and okay, just do it. And fix the last lead, and then we